Hey guys, how you doing today? I want to show you these beautiful little butterworts that I have. I have them in a cute little dish. I'll back my camera up here in a minute. And then I also have another little dish of them. A few I've lost, but what I want to do is put them all into one dish. So I've got the dish, I've got my spag moss already, and you can see these little babies grow like crazy, and they are getting really congested. So I'm going to take them all out, put them into, hopefully I can get them all into one container. I think it'll work. So let's do this. Alright, here's the container I'm going to put them all in. You can see it's much wider and it's a lot shallower. So, and then I'm going to hang it. I have a macrame hanger up here that I want to put them into. And then I have my spag moss. I've already got it all wet. So what I'm going to do first is just squeeze my spag out, lay it in my dish. I'm not going to squeeze out too much because these like to stay damp. I absolutely love these little plants, but you got to keep them wet all the time. They've got very, very thread-like roots on them. I think I'm going to need more spag, but that's okay. So they really, really need to have moisture all the time. You don't want to drown them, but yep, I'm going to need more spag. You don't want to drown them, but you want to keep them moist, if not wet, but not, you don't want them swimming in water. I don't know how else to put it. There, that should be more than enough. I either get too much or not enough. So I'm just going to dip this around here a little bit. Now, the last time I potted, I put cocoa wire on the bottom, and then I put my spag on top. I'm just going to use all spag this time. And all that needs to soak just a hair longer. I can tell it's not totally soaked up yet. So we'll go ahead in the meantime. I'll pack up this side, and then I'll start taking them out. And then when I get around to over here, I'll add the other. But I want to keep this kind of high. There, we'll let that sit. And then I will zoom. Well, first I'm going to show you how I take these out. You gotta take them out pretty carefully. Let me zoom in here. Okay, I am just going to try to lift them out with this. I've never used this tool before. Now this is a little itty bitty baby one. So I'm just going to try to carefully pick off the older little tiny baby. She's so cute. I'm going to lay her to the side. And then I'm just going to lift up gently. just pulling off the dead leaves, and if they don't come off with a slight tug, I'm just going to leave them on there. But you can see, well, this one may not be a good candidate to show you. We'll wait till we get to a little bit bigger one. But you can see, hopefully, the little tiny roots, they're white. If the camera will focus. There, you can kind of see them right here. Those are the little tiny roots of this plant. That's why you have to keep them wet all the time. And I'm just gently separating, just gently pulling these off. But it's way past time to get these out of here because the spag, you can smell it. Well, you can't smell it, but I can smell it. And those leaves won't come off yet, but you can see the tiny little white roots sticking out. And you don't want to pull those off. They're very, very fragile. Very fragile. To the that I don't even really want to touch them, but these are a little bigger, so you'll be able to see the roots better. Hopefully. But I want to kind of start with my bigger ones that I have over here. And then I can put the smaller ones in around. Pulling gently, pulling those dead leaves off. That's just what they do. They grow and grow and grow. They make more babies. They get dead leaves on the bottom, which is fine. I usually pull off the bigger ones, but I try to leave some of them in because it does feed the plant, because this plant does not get any nutrient, and you do not feed these guys at all. So they kind of get their nutrients from the dead material that they shed. So, and then you can see that's the old flower. They all just got done blooming, which was why I kind of thought, okay, now's my chance. So I'm gonna soak them a little bit here in this bowl that I have down here. I'm gonna get rid of this. And that will all get dumped out. And then what I'm gonna do is take these out. And then let's see if we can set up there we go. Okay, now this one was loose. I'm going to take out her dead material. Oh, actually, I'm going to leave this bowl up here to throw my waste in, but you can see how beautiful these are. They look like little rose beds, but these you can see the roots a little bit better. And I'm just going to take her and I'm going to set her down in here, make just like a little hole, set her down in there like that. And I'm going to take some more of this spag and finish filling in this bowl right here. Oops. I adore these little plants. They bloom all the time and they're just so cute. You can see some of these little flowers on here. See the beautiful little flowers? They're so cute. I just love them. And then they die off and then they take a break for a minute and then they just start blooming all over again. I want to try to put my little birdie back in here that I have in this other bowl, but I don't know. I don't know if it's going to fit. It's more important for me to just get my big ones out of here. See how they make clusters? That's a cluster, that one's all different. And then you can just gently separate them like that. Now I'm going to leave two together. And then I'll just make another divot, a little hole, stick that one down in there. Make another little divot for this one. Stick her down in there. I hope I'm going to be able to get them all in. And then this one, oh, you can't see. Geez. This one I'm just going to do the same. I'm just going to gently it's a good idea to water really well before you do it. It helps save the roots. But here on this one, my older one, and the older and bigger, you can see all the little roots on her. And then I'm just cleaning out. Now you can propagate from the leaf, but I'm not going to because I have plenty. And I'm just gonna, once again, make a little hole, stick her down in here. I just love these. They're so cute. So I'm just going to go through, fill my dish up, and hopefully, like I said, I can squeeze everybody in. If not, I'll figure another little dish out for what I have left. Alright, I got almost all of them in to this container. Except for this little guy. Or I should say, there's like three of them. Three of them in here. I'm just going to go ahead and clean off the bottom. And these are also, in case I didn't mention it before, because I can't remember if I did, these little Pinguiculas, or butterworts. They're also good for catching gnats and fruit flies. You can see, if you can see all of the little brown speckles, black speckles on them. So they also get their nutrients that way, and they help if you get a fungus gnat issue. But I am going to put her down here. I have this little glass that I'm going to put her in. She'll fit in good here. And I'm just making a little dip. Oh, she fits in there. Anybody want a glass of Pinguicula? Is she cute in there? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my water that I have my sphagnums in, and I'm just going to fill it up. See where I got the water line? That will, oops. I'll let that soak up for a little bit, and then I'm going to do the same thing with this. Just pour it in. And there you go. That is all that there is to these little beauties. They're super easy to take care of. As long as you can remember to water them, because that is the most important thing with these little guys. And you also want to, they like very high light, so you want to make sure that you're keeping them in high light. I keep them in my south window. They do very well there. I've also grown them in a west window in the windowsill. These are great little windowsill plants. So as long as you don't forget to water them, they'll catch gnats for you. You can see they're all over all of these. So I had a few that I didn't even really know that I had, but I can see them on these plants. So it is actually good once they start making babies. Like if you have several rooms of plants, you could put, you could do like a little container like this, set one or two in every room, and they'll do their job and do what they love to do, and then they reward you with these beautiful, beautiful flowers. But I just think this is so adorable. But I keep about this much water in my vessel, whatever I put them in, because they do like to stay wet, not swimming. You can see the water is not up. They're not swimming in water. So, alright, that is it, I think, and I am going to let you guys go, and I'll talk to you later. Bye. Peace.